What's up? It's Luke, and Trump just slapped tariffs on the entire world. More on that after this. Get ready. The largest event of the year is coming to Las Vegas. The Bitcoin Conference 2025 is an event you cannot miss. I attended last year as a student and had a blast connecting with fellow Bitcoiners, learning from workshops, and hearing from the industry leaders in the Bitcoin space. I loved it so much that this year I've partnered up to get you guys a sweet deal. Use my code WINS at checkout or click the link in the description for 10% off your tickets. Thanks again for supporting the channel, and I can't wait to meet many of you there. Again, use code WINS or click the link in the description to secure your spot at the one and only Bitcoin conference. Now, let's get back to the news. Bitcoin was holding strong, but in the last 30 minutes, it is having a major sell-off. But when the markets were open, Bitcoin was up 2%, while the rest of the markets were down over 4%. Bitcoin dominance hit a level not seen since 2020. Altcoins are bleeding out even worse. Bitcoin's dominance is at 63%. So if you are holding altcoins, you are getting obliterated right now. Max Kaiser saying a picture worth 1,000 words. You have the entire stock market, and you have one green box, which is strategy, backed by Bitcoin, the fastest and strongest horse in the game. We have our newest Bitcoiner, Ryan Cohen, the CEO of GameStop, getting a little worried, saying, quote, "These tariffs are turning me into a dem." But Saylor responded, saying Bitcoin is on sale. And hopefully they did buy the dip. True Bitcoiners pray for red days to stack more. And it looks like they did. Their first convertible notes offering worth $1.5 billion has been completely filled, and their SEC filing is labeled Project Rocket. So if that doesn't tell you that they are serious about adopting Bitcoin, I don't know what else will. And I'm guessing that they will announce a Bitcoin buy tomorrow morning in a very similar fashion to strategy, but we'll have to wait and see. They also might use some of their $5 billion of cash. Saylor has been keeping the Bitcoin community at ease, saying there are no tariffs on Bitcoin, which is true. It's a global commodity meant to move value from one person to another. Bitcoin doesn't care about tariffs. And he also said, today's market reaction to tariffs is a reminder. Inflation is just the tip of the iceberg. Capital faces dilution from taxes, regulation, competition, obsolescence, and unforeseen events. Bitcoin offers resilience in a world full of hidden risks. I think this is a great thing to remember. There is really no risk to hold Bitcoin. A lot of people are worried about the volatility, but everything is volatile. Bitcoin, over the last 15 years, has proven to be the strongest store of value. And it seems as if these tariffs are already working. We have Vietnam offering to remove all tariffs on US imports to avoid the new Trump tariffs. We also have India planning to negotiate a new and balanced trade deal with the US to avoid the tariffs as well. This is just in the first few days. I think Argentina was also rumored to do this as well. More and more countries will begin negotiations as well. This is exactly how the Trump administration planned this would go. All the economists who were worried about prices going up did not take into consideration the fact that Trump is using these tariffs as a negotiation tactic to lower the other countries' tariffs, so it's cheaper for us. Roxum is a stock exchange priced in Bitcoin, and as you can see, Apple is down over 10%, Nvidia is down over 11%, Tesla over 6%, and Amazon is down over 8%, all in the last 7 days. And these are the companies, again, priced in Bitcoin. So it shows that you are getting obliterated if you are holding anything other than Bitcoin right now. And I would say if the fear of a recession is truly on your mind, I would take a listen to this from BlackRock. Take a look.
Tariffs, it's not clear that tariffs are any fundamental bad for Bitcoin. Economic fears. I mean, I don't know if we have a recession or not, but a recession would be a big catalyst for Bitcoin. And certainly the way the market seems to be commenting on it, doesn't reflect that.
Well, unless if people have less money, they have less money to buy Bitcoin, right? Or if there's the wealth effect of people having less money in the market in stocks, they have less money to buy Bitcoin.
Sure, and that's part of it on a short-term basis. But ultimately, why I make that comment is Bitcoin is long liquidity in the system, right? It's catalyzed by more fiscal spending and debt and deficit accumulation. That happens in a recession. It's catalyzed by lower interest rates and monetary stimulus. That tends to happen in a recession. And it's catalyzed to some extent over just fears of general social disorder, right? And that too, unfortunately, is something that can come up in a recession. So the market has almost, it seems, gotten us in some ways, not particularly well calibrated, but that's where the opportunity comes in for education in a market and an asset class that's still very...
While there is definitely uncertainty in the market, Bitcoin is still functioning exactly how it was designed. And if the price is getting to you, maybe you need to take a little break and step back and remember that nothing fundamentally has changed, and Bitcoin is actually a catalyst in a recession. And as more and more people start to understand that, more and more capital from companies, retail, and countries will flow in. We also have the Trump administration, which is proven to be bullish on Bitcoin, has delivered on almost every single thing that they said they would, and now all that's left is to actually make a purchase, which I think will happen very soon. We also have the Lummis bill, the Bitcoin Act, to buy 1 million Bitcoin. There are people already doing research on ways we can accumulate Bitcoin. Take a look at this. We have the Bitcoin Policy Institute releasing a full proposal for how you could issue Bitcoin-backed bonds and accumulate $200 billion worth of Bitcoin. So do not sleep on this administration. They mean business, and I think they are serious about adopting Bitcoin. There's going to be uncertainty, but in the long run, everything will be okay. So if you want to stay up to date with news about Bitcoin and strategy, I just ask that you subscribe.